This episode is brought to you by 1010. 1010 is an exclusive collection of 10 one-of-a-kind engagement rings designed by 10 of the most distinctive designers working today. Using only diamonds responsibly and sustainably sourced from Botswana, 10 design masters have each produced a set of 10 uniquely beautiful diamond rings, and they're available now exclusively at BlueNile.com. This exciting collection of truly unique, limited edition diamond engagement rings is available now only at BlueNile.com. This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 902, Friendships, the Spice That Makes Everything Nice, by Burgan of ifitbringsyoujoy.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ORD, the podcast where I narrate to you from some of the best relationship content around each weekday in about 10 minutes or less. I am your host, Greg Audino, happy to be here with you as always. Often neglected when we talk about relationships is our friendships. So sad. Highly important relationships that can be easier to throw by the wayside as pressures to be romantically involved enter the picture. And of course, children tend to be just a wee bit important if you have them. So today's episode goes out to the friends, their value, and the utter necessity of making time for them. Let's dive right in and start optimizing your life. Friendships, the Spice That Makes Everything Nice, by Burgan of ifitbringsyoujoy.com. As I fly home from an amazing long weekend with 3 lifelong friends, it gives me time to reflect on the joys of all types of friendships. There's such joy in both new friendships and lifelong friendships. Some friends I don't see all that often, yet when we do get together, it seems like nothing changed between us. Others I phone often but see seldom, yet we know each other inside and out. Do you have these different types of friends in your life? The local friends I'm about to see most often keep my fun factor going. It's always fun to meet friends for an impromptu cup of coffee or cocktail, maybe dinner, but definitely chatting and laughing. Growing old long-term friends. The inspiration for this post is a group of us friends who have survived the test of time. Although I went to kindergarten with 2 of these ladies, our friendships really started around the junior high school years. They all play a big role in my high school memories. The 80s were crazy and so were we. We stood up in each other's weddings, eagerly told and listened to kid stories as our children were born and as they grew into adults themselves, supported each other through life's struggles, celebrated successes, and so much more. Basically, we've seen each other through good times and bad. Knowing each other's roots gives us a bond that is acquired via nothing but years. We know each other's parents and siblings from our childhood. As adults, we know each other's spouses, children, and even dogs. We know where each of us came from and what we each went through to get us where we are today, 4 decades later. We've all changed throughout the years and have our differences, but our roots are deep. I think those roots help us understand each other and accept each other even with our idiosyncrasies. We no longer live near each other, but we still make it a priority to keep in touch. And by keeping in touch, I don't just mean Facebook. Sure, Facebook is a fun way for us to stay connected. I especially love seeing their photos, and we've reached the adult age where photos now include grandchildren. Seems impossible, yet awesome. Facebook would have been especially convenient during the busiest of years when we were in college, raising children, or building a career, but Mark Zuckerberg was only in elementary school at that time. So although technology helps adult friends stay connected, seeing someone's face, hearing their voice, and giving them a hug is so much better. 4 of us lifelong friends just got together for a long weekend in Denver. We don't get to see each other often, but we easily pick up right where we left off a year or 2 ago. We each have different personalities, but I think those roots I mentioned earlier help us be at ease with each other. I'm the quiet one, but no worries because there are a couple of talkers in the group. There was a nice mix of exploring the Denver area and simply relaxing. We talked and laughed and shopped endlessly. Next summer will be our 35-year high school reunion, so that's always a good reason to get together. As empty nesters, or close to it, we are already thinking about our next vacation together, which may include our spouses, although they don't know it yet. This group of ladies, along with a few others that were not able to join us, are truly priceless gems in my life. Time with friends is self-care. When I return home after a fun ladies' weekend, I feel like I'm a better person. I took time to focus and reconnect with people who are part of my support system. I took time for me. I feel a little rejuvenated and ready to get back home to my hubby, my dogs, and routine. If you're too busy for friends, you're too busy. Life gets busy, and it's real easy to let friendships fall by the wayside. It takes some effort, but friendships make life good. If life has gotten away from you and maybe you don't have the friendships that you'd like to have, take action. People move, jobs change, and a whole host of other things happen. But that doesn't mean you need to lose touch. Everyone is busy, but you can make time. Come up with creative ways to make time for friends and then make it happen. Whether it's taking a vacation together, scheduling a monthly phone call, or anything in between, just do it. Reach out to an old friend or to someone new in your community. Friends truly are the spice of life and are important to your well-being and happiness. Reach out to someone and make some fun happen. You just listened to the post titled, Friendships, the Spice That Makes Everything Nice, by Ellen Burgan of ifitbringsyoujoi.com. You know, I was just talking about the value of friendships on Optimal Living Advice last week when a woman sent a question in about how to make friends in middle age, especially for her when she was at a big crossroads and starting a new journey. Friendships are so valuable. The only relationship we have that is free of blood, free of contracts and the like. It's so easy to continually choose our friendships over time and show up purely because we want to, you know? It's important to keep this in mind, as this sense of freedom makes it so easy to be ourselves with our friends, which can often give us a sense of relaxation, a sense of openness, and serve as a good recharge, which can be tough to do within our other relationships that can, not always, but can, come with more expectations. Keep your friends close, plan things with them, and continue to build those relationships, as they often slowly but surely form the bedrock of our lives and outlast many other things that we thought might stick around, but didn't. And that's going to do it for today, everyone. As you can see, I think very highly of friendships and was so happy to share a post highlighting those often forgotten relationships. Thanks a lot for joining me today, and to Ellen for sharing some great material. We'll be back tomorrow in the Wednesday show, so don't miss out, folks. I will see you there with more informative material on how to better your relationships, and that's where your optimal life awaits.